Hello my country people, you are welcome to my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and turn on the notification for more videos. Federal government approaches Supreme Court, seeks stay of execution. The federal government has filed an appeal against the Court of Appeal judgment which freed the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Kanu, at the Supreme Court. The federal government, in the appeal, is asking the Apex Court to stay execution of the judgment delivered on October 13, 2022. On the seven-ground motion of appeal, the federal government faulted the decision of the Court of Appeal, also praying the Supreme Court to set it aside. It further argued that the appellate court erred when it struck out the pending charge against Kanu on the ground that the trial court no longer possessed the jurisdiction to continue the trial because of the way Kanu was returned to the country upon allegedly jumping bail. The federal government further argued that the appellate court erred when it faulted the manner Kanu was brought back to face trial after he jumped bail and fled the country. Well, the federal government has taken Kanu to the Supreme Court. I recall that the appeal court had discharged and acquitted Kanu of all count charges in which he was being tried. I recall that he was being tried for terrorism matter, in which he had been freed, he had been acquitted by the court, but the federal government is appealing the case to the Supreme Court. They say that the judgment delivered by the appeal court should be set aside, and they are pursuing the case to the Supreme Court. What do you make of this? Of course, during the week, Ohanes Ndibu had asked the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu, as that would bring peace to Niger Delta and to Southeast, and dialogue with the people of the Southeast, especially those who are members of IPOB, to find a amicable solution to this. But it seems that the federal government has another plan. What do you make of this? Do you think this is the right move by the federal government to continue with this case, or do you think that the federal government should have released Nnamdi Kanu and maybe seek for a political solution out of this problem, and of course allowing peace to return to the people of the Southeast? Do you think that federal government pursuing this case to the Supreme Court is the right decision? Please drop your comments in the comment section. We always want this channel to be an interactive one where we can actually argue and of course bring up our issue, our thoughts on any issue without abuse or without using some uncut language. Please drop your comments in the comment section. Let's have your say. Thank you, and subscribe more to this channel.